So this is my first YouTube video ever, and on this one I'll be talking about like how I got induced and stuff and how my delivery went, and the next one I'll be talking about how I told my mom and his mom and everything. So I went to the doctor's on November 9th and like to check up and stuff because I was supposed to, my due date was November 14th. So I went in there and like they checked me and stuff to see if I was dilating or anything. Like mostly dilated. So they wanted to induce me on Monday, but because there was no openings for that day, which was Friday, and they didn't have any openings in, so they asked for Monday, but my doctor said no, she can't wait that long because I was already dilating and stuff. So they decided to induce me that day. I was like so terrified and crying because I didn't know what was going to happen. So that day, sorry, I'm trying to remember everything without getting out of breath. But that day, I went into the hospital because we already had our hospital bags in Matthew's mom's truck. So we already had our hospital bags. We called everyone, told them like I was getting induced. Went into the delivery room. They started me on Cytotec. So they didn't like give me Pitocin or anything, and that helped me dilate. And once I was 4 centimeters dilated, they gave me my epidural, which my contractions weren't like bad where like I was crying, but they hurt, but they weren't that bad. So I was 4 centimeters dilated, and they decided to give me my epidural, which I was terrified with. And it was Matthew, his mom, and my mom in the room with me because I was allowed 3 coaches. I went to Armstrong Hospital or whatever, and I didn't go to West Penn, but I went to a Armstrong something. I can't remember what it was called. And so I went to go get my epidural, which no one's allowed in the room for it. But I asked my mom to stay because, like, she helps me with everything. So the doctor said no at first, but then I said I couldn't do it without her. So then I asked my mom, like, are you, like, gonna pass out of needles and stuff? And she said no. So she was able to stay with me, but the other 2 had to leave. So if my mom wasn't in there, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have gone through with it. So I'm glad my mom was in there. And then they came back in, and I wasn't dilating, like, as fast as I should have been. So they put this, like, peanut, like, balloon thing, like, in between my legs, and I had to, like, turn over. And that helped me dilate because I went to, like, 4 to, like, 6 in a matter of, like, 10 minutes. And then I was, like, 10 centimeters dilated, which you have to be to, like, push and stuff. So around 7-ish, I started pushing, and by 8:24, I think it was, I don't remember, I'm like out of it right now, but by 8:24, I think it was, she was born. So she was completely healthy. I didn't feel anything. Like, I only had 3 stitches, so I was good. So I was like petrified, but like I was glad it was over. So then what they did was, like, I didn't want to do skin to skin at first because, like, I thought it was all gross and stuff. So, like, they took her away and cleaned her off a little bit where she, like, wasn't all bloody and stuff. Sorry if that creeps you out. But, like, they cleaned her off, and then they put her, like, right here for, like, 20 minutes. And then, like, they all wanted to come in because, like, visiting hours were, like, over at 10. So, like, they couldn't really do anything, and all I had to eat was ice chips, like, the whole day I was there, which sucked because my stomach was, like, growling by the end. So visiting hours were over at 10. So I only got, like, 10 minutes to spare with her, well, like, 10 minutes with her when she was first born, because, like, I wanted everyone else to see her, so, like, they weren't waiting, like, a whole nother day, because they were there, like, all day with me, like, in the waiting room. And we were gonna tell them to leave, but, like, then I started dilating more. So, like, they kind of just stayed. And then, sorry, I can't remember everything. But then I remember asking my mom and dad and them, like, because I was so hungry, like, after they held her for a couple minutes, it was around, like, 9:45-ish. and they all left. And I remember asking my mom and stuff if they can go run to McDonald's for me and get me like my stuff that I wanted, which was a chocolate milkshake, fries, and chicken nuggets with ranch. I don't know why I was craving that, but I don't know, I was. So I asked them to go get it for me, and they're like, I don't know if we have enough time and all of that. So I asked them, like, I asked the nurse, I'm like, can they go get me my food? Because, like, I'm starving. So my sister stayed back with me and held the baby while they went and got my food. So they brought it back, and then they had to leave. So I ate that. I had to get up. Sorry, you might want to click off of this now if you don't like blood and stuff, because that's all this is about. So I had to like get up and move rooms because like that was like the delivery room where like I had to go to a different room where like you could sleep and stuff. So they took the baby out and like went to go give her a bath and stuff and like get her like cleaned up, like cleaned up. And so we went into the other room, and like I had to get up and go in a wheelchair, and like I couldn't move. Like it was that bad. Like I was bleeding everywhere, and like it hurt to move. So like they had to like pick me up and physically put me in the wheelchair. Almost, because like I couldn't move. So they wheeled me to my other chair, well my other room. And like I had to get up, and like they had like so many sheets there so like I wouldn't bleed through them. And they have these thing called ice diapers, okay? It's so weird. But like it's nice because like you have the ice diaper and then like witch hazel pads, which like helps you like help your stitches and stuff go away. And I had dissolvable stitches and I only had 3 of them. So they dissolved pretty quickly in like a week. So like I couldn't move. I bled through like a lot. And every single time I had to go to the bathroom, like, it was so bad because, like, I could barely move. And Matthew had to, like, physically pull me up off the bed. And, like, we stayed there for 2 nights. We stayed there Friday and Saturday and left Sunday morning. And discharge wasn't supposed to be until, like, 11:30. And we left at, like, 10 because, like, they let us out early and I don't know why. And like it was just horrible. So like and on Saturday night they asked, well, I was like really drugged up and stuff because like I had I don't remember what it was called, but it was to like move my bowels moving because like it's supposed to make you constipated or whatever. And so that happened, and like I couldn't move at all. Like it was so bad. And like I finally got a shower and it's great. But like everything hurt, and I didn't get that much sleep because it hurt that bad. But like I was sleeping and stuff, and Matthew was like up with the baby because she was obviously crying all night because like that's what babies do at first. So Matthew was the big boy and stayed up with her while I got rest because I was so tired. And yeah. And Saturday I got McDonald's again because that was like I couldn't leave, and I don't like hospital food because I think it's nasty. And Sunday morning came and we were able to leave. Well, Saturday night they asked us if we wanted to keep the baby in the nursery so we could get sleep. Matthew said no, but I don't care because I slept anyway while he took care of the baby. So they had to like put this crap in my IV, and like it was horrible. Like it hurt, but like I didn't even feel anything because I was so tired. But Sunday came and like we were able to leave, and I ate Frosted Flakes that morning, okay? Cause like I don't know, but and then I got sick that morning. Like I kept throwing up, and I didn't know why. And I'm pretty sure it was a Frosted Flake because every time I eat that I throw up. So we were gonna stay, but they told me I could leave. So I ended up leaving, but it's great. So the next video will be how I told my mom, and so my delivery was actually good. So make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Comment what you want me to do after how the next video I'll tell my mom. So bye.